A very hearty welcome to each one of you again to our channel. So let me just introduce you again that we are doing a complete crash course for class 11th maths, especially for ISC with the reduced syllabus. So if you haven't watched those previous videos, then please go and watch them. I hope they'll be of much help to you. So this video that we are having today is basically based on trigonometry, and if you haven't watched the previous video, then please go and watch that video as well. That is based on trigonometric functions. That is going to be of much help to you if you are studying in class 11 and even for your next classes also. Okay. So and again, like if you haven't subscribed our channel, then please do like, share and hit the subscribe button so that whenever we upload any video of any use to you, that could be of help to you, right? So let us start with it. Let us start with the chapter that is compound and multiple angles. And yes, as the description itself says, as is mentioned in the title, that you need not worry about the formulas which are there in this chapter, because children get scared with so many formulas in it, like so many formulas are there, but you need to learn just 6 formulas, and with the help of them you can get to the other formulas. Let us quickly see what are we going to have in our video today. These are the first 3 formulas that you need to learn, because these are the very basic ones and you can easily learn them also. They're simple also. You need to learn these 3, and with the help of them you can get to other formulas. So you need not learn anything apart from these for the time being. Okay, so let us quickly see the first one, that is sine of a plus b, and that is equal to sine a cos b plus sine b cos a. Okay, before starting with it, let me just tell you one more thing. There is no such theory as is there in this particular chapter, because it is simply based on these formulas only altogether. So what is the name of this chapter? It is compound and multiple angles. Why is it so? Because you can see sine of a plus b, that means 2 angles, or more than 2 angles you will be having, and so you are going to write it as compound and multiple angles. Therefore it becomes compound, that is compounded they are, combined together they are, so I call them compound, and they are multiple angles, taking more than one angle at a time. Therefore it becomes our compound and multiple angles. Let us quickly see the first formula that is there, that is of sine a plus b, and that is equal to sine a cos b plus sine b cos a. Sine a plus b is equal to sine a cos b plus sine b cos a. Another one that we have is for cos, that is cos a plus b, that is equal to cos a cos b minus sine a sine b. Please see, if it was plus over here, we were having a minus sign. That means if I'm going to have the negative of it, if I was having a minus b, then this simply will become cos a cos b plus sine a sine b, just reversing the sign of it. After this, we have the third one, that is tan a plus b, and that is equal to tan a plus tan b upon 1 minus tan a tan b. Again, seeing the sign carefully, if it was plus, then in the numerator part we were having a plus sign, and in the denominator we were having a negative sign. That means if I am having tan a minus b, I'll be having it as tan a minus tan b upon 1 plus tan a tan b. So from these 3 formulas, can you get the 6 formulas? Because the first one will be these 3, and then the negative of them, that is sine a minus b, cos a minus b, and tan of a minus b. Is it done? So these are known as the addition formulas. These are known as the addition formulas that you have. Now, from these 3, let us see how to get the other formulas. Now, if I have to write down, say, sine a plus b multiplied with sine a minus b. If some questions you will be provided with like this, sine of a plus b and sine of a minus b, then will you need to learn all those formulas? No, you don't have to learn them. Please see, if it is sine a plus b and sine a minus b, I am having the formula for sine a plus b, and I am also having the formula for sine a minus b, and so from there it will become this plus this multiplied with this minus this, right? And so a plus b and a minus b becomes a square minus b square. A square means sine a cos b square minus sine b cos a square. And when you square it, and after this you can take sine square a common from one, and from other one you can take sine square b common, and then you will be left with cos square b and cos square a, and that you can write it as 1 minus sine square a and 1 minus sine square b, and when you multiply it inside, both these terms will get cancelled, and so you will be left out with just a simple term and that is basically you'll be left out with, like, let me just solve it. So you'll be having sine square A minus sine square B. This is what you will be left out with, right? So from the formulas which we are having, from them only we have got this particular one. Now after this, let us see the second one, that is for cos. If I am having cos A plus B and cos A minus B, then doing the same thing, because I am having these formulas, I am not solving it, but still you can just recall it in your mind, the formulas for cos A plus B and cos A minus B, and from there you will get this particular thing. That means we will be having cos square A cos square B minus sin square A sin square B, and when you simply reduce it by the formula that you have, sin square A plus cos square A is equal to 1, and that is why I was telling you to watch the previous video, which is based on these trigonometric function. This is a property that you have, sin square A plus cos square A is equal to 1. With the help of that, for this you will get it as cos square A minus sin square A, or minus sin square B actually. Okay, so like this you will be having. Okay, so like this you can derive for them the product ones which are there. Now, so this is how it is. Now after this, if I have to get for sine, if I suppose I am having a question in which I am provided with sine A plus B and plus sine A minus B, if I have to get, so you need not learn the formula again. So we have sine of A plus B and plus sine of A minus B, then that you will be having as sine A plus B, placing this value, plus times sine A minus B, negative sign plus sign getting cancelled, these values will be cancelled, and so you will be having 2 times you will be having this value. That means 2 times sine A cos B. This will be the value for sine A plus B plus sine A minus B. You haven't learnt it just from the first formula we are seeing, right? Similarly, for if it was negative, then what will happen? The signs will reverse. That means this term will get cancelled this time, and we will be left out with 2 times sine B cos A, if it was negative sign here. Then quickly seeing for the cos one. So cos A plus B I have, and plus I have cos, let us see for minus time this time. So minus of cos A minus B, then if I have it like this, then cos A plus B, I know this is there, cos A minus B will become plus time over here, and so it will become plus and this will become minus. Plus minus, they both getting cancelled. That means 2 times I will be having sine A sine B. So is it clear? This is how you can get cos A plus B minus cos A minus B, and similarly you can get for cos A plus B cos A minus B. Then seeing for tan also, so if you have tan A plus B plus tan A minus B, then I know the formula for tan A plus B, I have learnt it, tan A plus tan B upon 1 minus tan A tan B, and this plus I have to do tan A minus tan B upon 1 plus tan A tan B. Right, so I'll be taking the LCM, and after I'll take the LCM, this entire term which is there, basically 1 plus tan A tan B going to be multiplied with this tan A, and so when you solve it, your things will be cancelled out, your values will be cancelled out, and then you will be left out with a thing that is basically tan square A. You will be having this thing, right? So when you do it, just let me just rub it out for you this time. And so when you have for tan A plus B and tan A minus B, then there you are going to get it like this. See, this is there. Let me just solve it for you once. So tan A plus tan B, it is there. Upon it is 1 minus tan A tan B. Right? This has to be added with tan A minus tan B upon 1 plus tan A tan B. Right? I'll be taking the LCM. So it is 1 minus A and 1 plus A. That means A plus B minus B, that is equal to A square minus B square. So I have 1 minus tan square A tan square B, right? And this side multiplied with this one. That means tan A multiplied with 1, so I get tan A, plus this multiplied with this, so I get tan square A tan B, plus I get what? Tan B, and plus I am getting tan A tan square B. And that side also, let me write it down for you. So it is tan A plus tan square A tan B, plus I will be having tan B plus tan A tan square B, You might be finding it quite, lengthy, but if you have to solve it, we are not learning, just in order to get rid of that learning part, we are trying to derive it, so that then and there you can do it, within like within 1 minute also you can just get it, right? This is there, and then plus I can do, this is tan A again, then I have minus plus minus tan B I'll be having, right? Then I'll be having minus of tan square A tan B, and minus minus I'll be having of plus, that is tan B, tan A and tan square B. Now quickly seeing it, where are the terms which are getting cancelled? Let's see, tan square A tan B, tan square A tan B. Do I have tan square A tan B? Yes, I have it, so I get cancelled. This get cancelled over here, right? Then I have tan A tan square B and tan A tan square B. Over here, if you see, then it is negative, and over here it was coming positive. So this is going to be cancelled out right again. Then after this, you have tan A, tan B, tan A and tan B. Tan B also, like twice you are having tan B, so this is of minus, and then over here it is of plus. So that is how I get rid of it also. Then I have tan A, and this time over here I have tan A. Over here I have tan A, and rest of my things have been cancelled, right? So but I'll be having it as tan A plus tan B. Right now, if you just solve it, then you'll be getting the value as tan square A. You'll be having it as tan square A plus tan square B upon 1 minus tan square A tan square B, right? So we can write it for this. So this is how you have derived this also, by just simply cutting the values which were there, not cutting, actually cancelling the terms which were there. Just taking a simple LCM and solving it. So with the help of it, you can get the value for tan A plus B and tan A minus B as well, right? So this way, with the first three formulas only, we have derived this thing also. Now after this, let us see quickly if I have got these product formula. After this, I have got the product formula. So what is there in the product formula? So that product formula I have these things only. That means when I was writing sine A plus B plus sine A minus B, then what was my term that I was getting was 2 times sine A cos B, right? Similar was for cos, and then it was for tan. And so these are known as the product formulas. Why is it so? Because this is a product, you are getting sine A and cos B. So this is a product that you have, and with the help of this product you are getting the sum or the difference of these two. Therefore these are known as the product formulas. So similar is there for cos, and then you will be having for tan. These are known as the product formulas. So with the help of first three only, that means you don't have to learn them also. So product formulas is done. Then after these product formulas, we will be having the sum and difference into products. So sum or difference into products. Now let us see how to do that part. Sum or difference into the products if I have. So then there, if I see sum or difference, let me just say, if I was having A plus B angle, let us assume that it is equal to C right now, and let us say that A minus B is equal to D. Now I am saying sum or difference into product I have to change. That means my sum or difference, that means a summation. If I say sine of A plus B plus sine of A minus B simply, then that is the sum or difference that is there. This has to be changed into the product form. A plus B in place of A plus B, can I write C? Yes, so I can write C over here, sine C, and this is plus sine of D. From here, sine C plus sine D I have, right? And then this is equal to what? From the previous things that we have done, that was equal to what? 2 times sine A cos B, wasn't it? So 2 times sine A cos B. So in place of this A, how to get A? If I do A plus B plus A minus B, then what will I be getting? 2A, and 2A divided by 2, can I get A over here? That means I can write this as sine of C plus D by 2, and cos I can write it as B. B, how can I get B? If I subtract these two equations, I'll get what? They getting cancelled, 2B, and if I do 2B by 2, then I get simply B. So that means I can write it as C minus D by 2. So this is how I got this thing, right? That means sin C plus D, sin C plus sin D is equal to 2 times sin C plus D cos C minus D, right? Similarly, you can do for cos also and tan also. So with these formulas which we have derived, and these we have derived from these three formulas only, right? So here also we are not learning anything. Simply saying that what is the name of it. If I am saying sum or difference getting changed into product, so I will get calculating the sum of them or the difference of them. If I have the product into sum or difference, then product that was there, product is sin A cos B, or cos A sin B, cos A cos B, or I can have sin A sin B. So product, and let us see that how is it going to be. So that way we'll do, right? So this is these both, that is product into sum or the sum or difference into product. These are just the reciprocal of each other, or against the inverse of each other, right? Now after the sum or difference that we have, now we'll be seeing the double angle formulas. Now in the double angle formulas, we are quickly doing it because there is nothing that you have to learn. I already told you. Just learn these particular three formulas, and then at the last you will have to learn again three particular formulas. Even if you don't want to learn them, you can derive them as well, but they'll be better if you learn them, these three for triple angles, because then it becomes quite, the calculation for them, the derivation of them becomes a little bit, just a little bit lengthy. So I'm asking you to learn them, otherwise you can derive them also, right? So after this we have the double angle formulas. Now what is double angle formula? That means if I have both angles to be same, that means let us assume that A is equal to B. Let us say A is A and then B is equal to A. The other angle which I have, that is also equal to A. So now simply, if I have sin A plus B, in place of B I can write A only. That means sin of A plus, that is sin of 2A. Now sin of 2A, that means sin A cos A only. Sin A cos A plus sin A cos A, that means 2 times sin A cos A, right? So sin of 2A is equal to 2 times sin A cos A, isn't it? Now if I see for cos, it means cos A plus B, in place of B I can write A again. So cos of 2A is equal to cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. So cos A cos A minus sin A sin A, and cos A is cos square A minus sin square A. This is equal to cos 2 is equal to cos square A minus sin square A, isn't it? Now again for tan A plus B, similarly you can do again, but still I am writing it down. For tan A plus B if I have, then tan of 2A, and this tan of 2 is equal to tan A plus tan A, that means 2 times tan A upon 1 minus tan A, that is equal to 1 minus tan square A. So 2 tan A upon 1 minus tan square A. Now for this cos 2A value, they have also got it as 1 minus 2 times sin square A, or that is also equal to 2 times cos square A minus 1. How come? Because I can, with the help of this formula, again sin square A plus cos square A is equal to 1. With the help of this relation that I have, I can write cos square A at one time, I can write that equal to sin square A plus, so cos square A I can write equal to 1 minus sin square A, and in another case I can write sin square A is equal to 1 minus cos square. Then taking the things common, they were there, and then you can get this thing, right? So this is the three, these are known as double angle formulas. Now after these double angle formulas, you have also got half angle formula. Now there is thus no logic of learning half angle formula, because if you see that this is 2A, then over here it by itself you are getting A. By itself you are getting A. That means whatever thing was there, it is getting reduced. That means if I was having, let us assume that if I was having this thing as sin A, then I could write it as 2 times sin A by 2 cos A by 2, right? And from these formulas which I was having earlier, or from this one, from these formulas only, I can get the value for sin A by 2 from here. Can I get the value? Because if I have to write for sin, like suppose, let us assume, now please see to this formula, the sin 2 is equal to 2 sin A cos A, right? So this is there with us. Half angle formulas we are seeing, although there is just no need of doing them only. So if I have sin of 2A, and that is equal to what? 2 times Sine A cos A, right now only we have seen. That means if I was having sine of A, I can write it as 2 times sine A by 2 and cos A by 2, because from here only I can see that they are getting, halved. Now, from here if I have to get the value for this thing, that is sine A by 2, can I write this thing as 1 by 2 sine A, and this in upon I can write it as cos A by 2, and that is equal to sine A by 2. Generally this is not asked, but you can have the formula for cos. Like cos 2a was there with you, that was equal to what? We were having cos square A minus sine square A. So from here if I have to get the value for any of the half angles, suppose it was A over here, this was A by 2 and this was also A by 2, then using this formula only I can see from here I can get the value for the half angle that was there with me. Right? This is how the half angle formulas are there. So you simply have to see these formulas only. With the help of them you can get to these ones, and then you can get other formulas also. The basic thing is that why I am telling you this is because when you are starting with it, when you are just a beginner in this, then you can derive the things. Then after solving certain questions related to it, you will get into a habit of learning them. You learn them only. They're not that typical if you see. So you can learn them also. So that is how you can directly apply them. Right? So now after these double angle formulas, we have triple angle formulas. Now this triple angle formula is something that you need to learn. Now, so again, you can derive them also, but if you want, then please learn them so that your time is not wasted over there when you solve the questions. So just learn these three formulas that you have for triple angles. Triple angle name itself, that means sine of 3a you will be having. 3 times any angle, it could be theta also. Then the formula for it is 3 times sine square a minus 4, actually it is, it is 3 sine a, it is over here. So I have it as 3 sine a minus 4 sine cube a, actually it is sine square a. Okay, so 3 times sine a minus 4 times sine cube a, right? And then for cos 3a, I have it as what? 4 times I will be having cos only, so cos values will be there. That means I will be having it as 4 times cos cube a minus 3 times cos a. And then for tan 3a, I will be having it as 3. 3 tan a minus tan cube a upon 1 minus 2 tan square a. Just a moment. So this is how it is. 1 minus 3 you will be having here. Cos cube a minus this, it was there, and this is basically 1 minus 3, because 3 times it is a 3 tan a minus tan cube a upon 1 minus 3 tan square a. And this was cos 3a, that was equal to 4 cos cube a minus 3 cos a. Right? So this thing, these 3 formulas are there which you can learn again, and then you are done with this chapter only. Triple angle formulas, whether these you have to learn and these formulas you have to learn. So these are the 6 basic formulas that you need to learn, and based on them only you can solve your questions. If you have the questions related to the reciprocals, then please, if it is cosec theta, suppose it is given, then change this into sine. That means 1 upon sine, solve it by sine. If it is cot, then also make it tan and solve, because you don't have to go into like complicated, you don't have to make it, right? So solve it with the help of these 6 formulas. Other formulas if you are having, then derive them then and there. It will just take like 30 seconds of yours to just give stress to your brain and just get the formula that is there. You did not learn them. Just sit with the questions that are there. Now apart from this, another thing that is given in this particular chapter in your ISC books, then that is the value for sine 18, cos 18 and sine 36 and cos 36 degree. That you can learn, and because based on that also you get the question. So I just want to rub this part, and then quickly seeing for the 3 ones which are the 4 ones which are given, that is sine of 18 degree, cos 18 degree. Let us see for sine of 18 degree first of all. So if you see sine of 18 degree, learn this formula, that is equal to root 5 minus 1 upon 4. Now see, this is the value for sine 18 degree, and then you have the value for cos of 18 degree, and that is equal to under root of 10 plus 2 root 5 by 4. Tan plus 2 root 5 by 4, and then you have the value for this thing, that is sine of 36 degree, and you have for cos of 36 degree. So sine of 36 degree will become under root of 10 minus 2 root 5 by 4. See, just two values you have to learn, because if it is plus, then cos of 18 was plus time, cos of 18 was plus over here, then sine will become negative. That means under root of 10 minus 2 root 5 by 4, and sine of 18 was root 5 minus 1 by 4, and so cos of 36 will become root 5 plus 1 by 4. So these two you can learn, and based on them, just having this relation over here, diagonally they are there with the inverse sign, with the opposite sign. So you know that you can learn this thing also. These two you can learn, and based on it you can get it. So you have to find certain ways out so that you can make your work easier. Don't complicate things, don't exaggerate them, just make them shorten, just shorten them, sit with them, give time to your things, and you will see that quickly you will be able to get to it. Okay, so this was all that was given in this chapter. So here we wind up with it. I hope that you will be helped by this video which is made for you, and if you liked it, then please do share, subscribe and like our channel, and a great thanks to all of you for watching our video.